Hey, we have the Slow Rollers versus Filled Up. It is a first round bracket matchup. Winner of this moves on. Loser goes down to the bottom bracket to play either 1970 or GBB. Today we have the number 4 Slow Rollers and the number 5 Filled Up. And we'll go through the playoff rules here in just a minute. Excited to have you guys. I will now start the match. And I think we've got a really good one here. This team played previously. It was a 3-7 final. Slow Rollers mollywopped them pretty bad on this map. But we have a completely different team compared to what the original teams were when they played. And I mean that from a momentum standpoint. Chewbacca has been elite the last 3 weeks. And if we go back and we look at the last 3 weeks standings, the Slow Rollers are 2-1. Only lost to the 1 seed, NME, and Filled Up is also 2-1, only lost to the 4 seed Slow Rollers, which was the first of those 3 games that they played. Their last 2 weeks have been phenomenal to close the season. Obviously, the Slow Rollers did well. They beat GBB, they beat Filled Up, and lost to NME. That being said, playoff rules. First round is best of 3 games. The higher seed gets to pick the map. Pick maps 1 and 3. Additionally, they get to choose attack and defense for those maps. The low seed picks game 2 and chooses attack or defense for that map. All regular season maps are available. Each team bans 2 maps before the higher seed picks a map. Following that, another 5 maps get banned. High, low, high. In a high, low, high format, being 1 game, 2 game, 2 game, respectively. Low seed then picks a map. Bottom seed bans 2 maps, and then the top seed picks a final map. That being said, we have all of our games already picked out for you guys. They are Consulate, in which the Slow Rollers will be attacking first. They chose that. Followed by Bank, of which Filled Up will be defending, and then Oregon, where Slow Rollers will be defending first. All teams listed were the teams that actively chose that map to start. Anyway, today I have Slow Roller. What am I talking about? Water Slayer's here with me today. He's filling in for Mad Dog, who usually partners with me when I am, with someone. But I am very gracious to have him alongside of me for today.
Yo, what's good? Alright.
Azami, another DMR, is one of the keys of the game, which we'll get to later. DMRs for Dirty Chewbacca. Ooh, damage coming out. Friendly fire. Not a whole lot. Shouldn't matter all too much. Failed to mention, Snake didn't exist the last time these 2 teams played. And Vader's been loving Snake very much. So we'll get to see how much that changes things. Of course, Chewbacca and Vader need some massive performances today. Not to diss Ken or Yogurt, but they just aren't the main guy on this team. If those 2 don't show up, it won't be pretty. Vader making his way into B site. Reinforcement still going out. He's gonna get spotted through the rotate. Down he goes. Ken, last one left has not entered the map.
Off the start.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, I haven't seen his last few matches, but from what I know about Kidney Ken, he is not much of a fragger. So
that would
to go straight
be
to Filled Up.
correct. Kidney Ken as a .53 KD, 0.7 on attack though. He's been relatively solid on attack. It is defense that has been the issue for him thus far. Ning Candela going out now. He's going to clear the left side of the room first and slowly sweep across to the right. Minute 30 seconds left in the round, and I expect there to be about a minute left before anything serious happens.
They do
He's
know
going to throw
he's
another
in
contender.
there.
Here comes the swing. Chewbacca should see him pretty quick. A lot of damage goes both ways. Yogurt's going to try and aid him with a swing himself. Looks like it's going to be a less aggressive angle, though. Chewbacca should be the first one to spot him. See some swing across to the right. Ken fires more suppressive bullets. Chewbacca's pushing very slowly. Here comes the swing. Nope. Candela goes out. Pre-fires through the wall. More damage, but doesn't get the kill. This has been a very long gunfight as Siege goes. 1
But
HP.
one health and a dream
One less
here.
Candela. Doesn't blind Chewbacca. The cross isn't the way Chewbacca would have wanted it, and he's kind of escaped, but there's castle barricades all across that side of the map. Here comes the swing from Yogurt, gets the kill, and that's round one. Not much to say there. Vader died early, and when that happens, you're going to be lucky to win a game. You can't leave your teammate in 2-on-1s. I feel like we've talked about this so much the last few weeks with Tsunami, and everything that's been going on with them, and it here as well. It's going to happen. It's going to happen, but that's not what you want to see. I would like to be, it to be noted, this is the exact same setup we saw in their previous matchup, which ended up going 3-3 at the split. So there's not too much to be worried about. The Slow Rollers did lose their first game versus Filled Up in this same type of fashion. But even though this is the same map and Filled Up has defense first just like they did, and they've been set up the same way just like they did, I really don't feel like this is going to be a a big skill difference between these two teams. I believe Vader said himself he doesn't really know how they beat them so bad last time. And I do believe to a certain extent Filled Up is the better overall team. I think Vader is probably the best player in the lobby. I just don't believe that he's got the best team overall. But it's going to be about how much of a carry job he really needs to do today. Because last time these two teams played, Ken went off, and by went off, I do mean I believe 6-5. But for his standards, that's what at the very least point 4 plus better than any game he's really had beforehand. So if we could get a replication of that, it'd be a lot easier for Vader. I just don't think that's going to happen. I don't think today's today.
Which I will say with Filled Up, with a great start from Yogurt here, could make a big difference because the last few games Chewbacca has been putting on a shine and Yogurt
He
has
stole
been
the
taking a
show,
step
really.
back. So
Yeah.
if they're both on their game today, it might already be over. But Vader has been known to pull out an insane win from nowhere.
Just another big thing we saw the last time these two teams played. The top-down pressure from Vader was too much for them to cope with last time. Let's see if they make any adjustments.
Having Kidney go Brava is actually a pretty good play for them. It doesn't require him to get into many immediate gunfights and allows them to still do utility. Along with the Rooney and Fenrir plays, gives him a lot of stuff to take from him. It does seem more like he's going for the cameras though, but in the 2v2, cameras aren't really as essential.
Yeah, especially, as a defender. I feel like drones can be super valuable, but as a defense, you don't have time to go on cams. You don't have someone who can just really afford to sit on cams. I know we saw that out of the Season 1 champions, but, I mean, the amount of raw power they have. As Vader's into sight, planting on B-bomb now. Chewbacca's response might suffice if he can get the kill. Down goes Vader. Ken's gonna have to clutch up. Let's see if he can do it. Smoke's gonna go out. Here comes a defuse from Raccoon. Down goes Ken, and another quick clutch here from Filled Up, and a 2-0 lead to start this game. It's not looking great for the Slow Rollers. I would also like to have it noted, Dirty Chewbacca was practicing an hour before. I was typing in notes. I look at my PlayStation, and what do I see? I see Dirty Chewbacca's name. He's in Siege. He's ready to go. That being said, I believe Ken and Vader also practiced quite a bit. Last week, the Slow Rollers played NME, lost 3-7. I did not have the time to write down the scores for either of their last games. Just Team 2 played Filled Up and demolished them. Pretty bad, 7-4. Not exactly a close game. In other news, the 5-seeded 3-seeded Tsunami take on 6-seed Just Team 2 at a later date. We don't know when that is, but it should be an interesting matchup. I'd expect Tsunami to take that home, but their form as of late has been really rough.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
while
as many
we're
bombs
talking,
as they can.
keys to the game. I really do think Kidney Ken and how much slow rollers actually end up reinforcing in this game is incredibly important. The last time these two teams played, the dominance performance of Vader and the slow rollers led to, as we've been talking about, a big win, 7-3. Dubbed their best performance of the season. And if we really want to ask ourselves what made the difference, I think it was how well Ken played. His best performance of the season, I believe, statistically, at 6-5. And I think they're going to need that today, as right now it doesn't look like Vader's able to hold much of his weight. I'm sure that will change, but right now it's not looking pretty.
I think the defensive advantage is giving them a little bit of help.
I do believe that as well.
So we'll just see. I mean, these first few rounds are going to be tough, but once we see the team swap, it might be a completely different ball game as well.
That Vader 2.0 defensive KD is what gets you in a lot of trouble. As Vader's in the building, he's deep in the building already. He's looking at entering kill off the roam. I'm sorry for the incredible amount of lag I'm apparently experiencing. We're gonna have to imagine how good that kill was.
Reloading.
Yeah, Chewbacca didn't have a chance to react.
Yeah, no, just a blindsided kill.
The Vader with gaining the ability of Snake has really made his
the flank coming from Raccoon here.
Just pushing in general.
He's gonna likely run into Ken first, but Vader's on his drone. If either of them, if Ken dies, Vader's not gonna be off his drone in time. C4 goes out, no good. Just kind of felt like a last chance opportunity for him there, as Vader's going to swing from behind. It's kind of the reverse of what we saw from Raccoon not too long ago. Ken's got diffuser, and I think
Threat detected. This area is hostile.
Here comes the swing. Vader, more damage goes out. No kill. Minute 20 left. They've got plenty of time, and Ken finishes them off. First
what a team
win.
Play right there.
Yeah.
He knew where he was, and they trapped him like a little rat.
That was well played, and honestly, well played from both sides. The flank from Valkyrie was good, respectable. Just I feel like if you'd have pushed more aggressively, I know there's smoke there. You probably could have maybe gotten that kill, but you know that's a risk you discussed before. How risky you're going to want to be, or how aggressive you want to be. So I can't fault that on anyone.
Getting rid of the Aruni is definitely their best play there. Chewbacca will probably just go somebody else with the DMR, but it's, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
I still think the Aruni ban is important just because it is probably the most useful operator with a DMR you can have. But yeah, you can't ban all of the DMRs. There will be another one for him to go. So I think the Aruni ban is appropriate.
It's interesting considering they did not ban the Brava, and they have seen that he can play Brava, especially because he took the Aruni gates in the basement round. So this could turn on them very easily.
Yeah, we'll see how that ends up playing out. What I do want to talk about is the controllables. Ken is an unknown factor. He has been for a large majority of the season. However, the reinforcements played a key role on how I felt Def Vader and Kidney Ken, won that map so easily. I feel like if they reinforce how they did, they play how they did defensively, I think this should be another slam dunk for them. Of course, maybe not slam dunk if Ken's not all there, but he's seemed alright so far. But it's worked wonders for him. The lane pushes, extending lives. All that being said, if Vader has an off game, none of it really matters. He's the life of this team, and without him, I don't really believe they can go much of anywhere.
Yeah, that's kind of how it goes with any game Vader plays. Anytime he's doing good, the whole team is doing good. If he's not doing good, well, might as well chalk it up.
Big Capcan trap spot there on the entry from Vader. So he's been very, like, into the map very early.
It's that confidence from Snake. I mean, you could see everything around you without even having a drone. It's a big factor in these 2v2s as well.
Raccoon's been spotted by Snake, speaking of the devil. And in he goes. He's in A sight behind the piano. He's never going to see this coming. Down he goes. He has sight all to himself. Ken needs to get in now, but Chewbacca's going to flank him, and he didn't finish the kill. Free kill, and misses the shots on the back. Diffuser's going down now, as Ken gets a new lease of life, and Vader should have this easy frag the second he gets in the doorway. All Ken has to do is stay back, don't die. They know exactly where he is. Sprays through the smoke, gets damage dealt.
Wait, I've detected an enemy nearby. Nothing to worry about near me.
See, Snake is just too good in these scenarios.
He spots the potential flank, but it actually ends up baiting him out of a good position. Ooh, Ken gets the kill. Another big one. They tie it up 2-2 now. Just didn't see it coming. But I would like to note, Vader going Snake there was good, but he got deked by the movement out of a good spot. And then additionally, his teammate got in a gunfight, and he was scrolling through the socials on his phone and didn't have his gun up. So in the event that Ken dies there, there's no guarantee he gets his gun up in time, or there's shenanigans that can happen when your gun is down like that. So though Solid Snake is a great operator, and I don't even want to say he should get nerfed, because I feel like if anyone who plays him like great, yeah, he's going to be busted. But people who play him bad are going to get deked like crazy.
Yeah, it seems that whenever he went to the initial flank, he had been either between his teammate telling him that it was closed off, or he had just remembered that it had closed off and turned back last second. It's a great fake. I don't think it was intentional, but it did work out in his favor. But, I mean, he can't know where everybody is, so not being able to anticipate the guy on the right is what got him there.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Anyway, we've been talking about the slow rollers and their keys. Let's talk about filled up, and I think it's really simple. It's Chewbacca. It's Chewbacca and his DMR play, especially on defense, which right now, it's looking like it's going to go 3-3, and the slow rollers are going to get defense, and last time that happened, it didn't end well. Anyway, since the switch to his heavy DMR usage, Chewbacca has been one of the best in the game. Tying records, he's, upset Tsunami, and the team's just been great. The only issue I see is specifically this map they played bad on, and the playoffs are no joke. I mean, the pressure is there. Both these teams came up at least 30 minutes to an hour early to warm up. This is different than your run-of-the-mill Siege game for these guys. And I think the pressure might get to some people, but, I mean, time will tell.
What was that? The difference in Vader's approach when he's not going Snake and when he is, he's so much more slower, droning a lot more.
So much damage. So much damage.
Very tragic.
Oh my goodness. I mean, he'll eventually recoup that health back if he waits long enough, but he's going to be limping for a hot second.
He'll have to wait the whole round to go back to 100. He's going to be at half the rest of the game. He droned it too. It's a very tragic miss. Thorn is very small. The buff has given it a lot of increased gameplay as well, which can be surprised.
I've seen a lot of debate on whether or not she's busted, she needs to be nerfed, or if it's just kind of fine. And I'm personally of the opinion, C4 is going to actually get him killed here as the hatch gets broken and he immediately gets shot before the C4 can be pulled. Got caught with the pants down there. Vader gets a kill even while he's at 50 HP. The rotates coming now from Raccoon, who doesn't check the vent on his initial swing, but might be able to get Kidney Ken here. Vader drops another Thorn Trap. The instant swing, pre-fire. There's nothing you can do. 100 bullets. That's a free kill every time for Vader. Yeah, nothing you can do.
Yeah, that C4 there. I mean, what was faster? I guess he couldn't. He probably didn't.
I don't think he pulled. I don't think he pulled it well before any noise was made upstairs. I'm wondering if he was thinking of throwing it through the hole, because he heard something, and then the hatch blew, and it was just kind of late.
I believe he heard the nade get thrown, but I don't know if he just expected him to run away. Like maybe he's using that as a cover.
Just
but,
yeah,
I mean,
slight reaction time. There's nothing you can really do. It's nothing but unfortunate. It's some siege timing.
Which them getting the upset on the attack is very big. Already guaranteed at least a 3-3 for them while attacking, and I mean going into defense while being up or being tied. I mean that's just really big in these tournaments. Defending is so much easier than attacking, especially with less people.
I absolutely agree. It puts a lot of weight into your defensive rounds, and this is bad. I would like to point out the last time these two teams played, which is the only time these two teams played, they have like no common opponents other than GBB, and let's be real, they haven't been much of any. There's a reason they're a bottom bracket team to start the playoffs. So I'm not going to take stats from there because I feel like those are going to be inflated. Switch from Finka to Snake for Vader. On top of that, I do think that if Chewbacca doesn't up his game, and right now he's going negative, if Chewbacca doesn't up his game, I understand this might just be a bad map for these guys, but they're going to need to turn around for game 2. This is not the start you want in any siege match, especially when you're on defense.
Yeah, it does look like
Vader's zipping through the building.
Brava play, maybe to get rid of those thorns, so that way.
Here comes the yogurt. Oh, Vader wrecks him. Not even close. Chewbacca.
The immediate.
Yeah,
now they just have
immediate
2.5 minutes. Just.
Thorn trap. Is Vader gonna see it? No, he's not. Oh, that is scary. Double punch. Ooh, be careful! Oh, what a kill! Oh my goodness.
Reaction.
Yeah, that is disgusting. Wow, man, I mean, what are you going to do? 4-2 heading into their defensive rounds, and last time out, Filled Up did not take a attacking game.
4 rounds in a row. Like, whether
that
it's just them being better, I mean, the momentum is carrying them right now as well. Like, it's going to be a lot for Filled Up to come back from this.
I think at this point you start thinking about game 2. Game 2 is what I'd be thinking about right now. I don't know, because you could win this one and be like, all right, we got a shot.
Yeah, this round is like a big momentum tie. You get rid of their 4-round win streak, and then you got a chance in this game. They go into that 5th round and they're up 5-2. Then you might as well, game 2.
Yeah, a loss here, and I think this one, you know, the goose is officially cooked. But Vader putting up a show once again. Ken is even. This is almost exactly what we saw on this map last time out. And I don't know if it's consulate or just these two teams specifically, because both times we've seen them so far, this game and last, they've been on consulate. So I guess we'll find out game 2. But as we talk about going into defensive rounds, Vader's got a 2.0 KD. Kidney Ken's got a 0.4. But I think I'd rather focus on the 0.2 of Vader, which is double anyone on the other team's attacking KD.
But I mean, Vader is just that guy. He's probably the best player in all the tournament. That could be debated between a couple other people.
I mean, if we want to talk,
up there.
We want to talk best players all time. I think Mad Dog's gonna be up there. I think you've got Vader, and I don't think there's much else you can say. Most kills without a death. All time, Vader, 17 in a row. I mean, that's going to be hard to deal with. Most round wins without a loss, 14 by the Grizzly Bears, Vader's Season 1 team. The only other thing we could be talking about, most kills in a game, 17. which was Mad Dog, Season 1 bracket. It is disgusting. These two are the face of the league, and I won't hear any other ifs, ands, or buts about it. I really like what Chewbacca's been. He just seems so streaky at times. A lot of reinforcement. This was what I was talking about. They are reinforcing all of sight. They're just every last detail is going to be hard to break in, except for these windows. And they are bringing some hard breach, secondary hard breach, but still hard breach.
So I will say, with all these reinforcements in the castle, they do have a lot of free reign around the building. Like as soon as they know that they're both in there, they can get really comfortable in moving around.
Twitch drone getting destroyed there is pretty massive. Chewbacca getting off rappel now. Maybe going to join up with his teammate as Yogurt's droning just about all of the upstairs objectives, so long as he can notice.
Than the slow rollers this game. I mean, we're a minute and a half into the round, and neither one of them has touched the building.
Oh, actually no. Chewbacca's going up yellow stairs right now. He's just reached the second floor, and now in comes Raccoon. I think they both realize that outside is free. Breaking open console office. There it goes. It is a mantleable surface, though. You can't just crouch walk through it. I think that is going to be an issue. And they do have a bullet cam sitting right next to it, which has not yet been destroyed. And they're both sitting in very low exposure spots here. Really milking the clock. Raccoon looks like he might be ready for a push-in.
The Grim may help them out here, but with the low on time, they're going to have to make some rash plays. They don't know exactly where they are, and that could hurt them.
They don't know where either of them are, really. I mean, they've fired all their Grims, not gotten a single spot. I mean, I'm not going to say waste of utility, but here comes the swing. Pre-fires crouch level. He's actually prone. Here comes Dirty Chewbacca into A site with the fuser. Fakes the plant. That's going to bait Ken out, surely. No, he plays patient. Very smart, Vader. Oh, here comes Ken. Down he goes. 12 seconds left. Vader should play this perfectly. He's a seasoned veteran. Oh, a whiff. Ooh. You run away. You gotta run away. Alright. Hoo, played it.
Very close,
I mean, we talk about seasoned vet and then he whiffs like that, making me look like an idiot. And we were just glazing him saying he's the best player in the league, like, all time.
Yeah, that was a very, very funny ending. But
yeah, I mean, a win's a win, you know, but that should have ended a lot safer.
Joe, I will say, with Chewbacca going Twitch there, I expected him to get rid of more of the Fenrir's than he did. With him not using the ability like that did kind of cause his teammate to get killed. Not a direct correlation, but definitely could have helped him out there.
The utility usage was pretty bad there, I'm not going to lie.
And then, yeah, all the Grims being used, and then waiting till after they were, like, dispelled to push in. I don't know about that. I mean, maybe he knows a little more than I do, but...
Attackers need to locate...
What I will say is we were talking about the all-time debate, and I would like to say there's a certain player on the Wiggles who's got a 2.6 KD. 3.7 KD on defense and has been disgusting. I think he's definitely in the conversation for MVP. I'd say he's got overall player-wise has got the worst team compared to Mad Dog on Enemy, the 1 seed undefeated. But Septicolin has been great. 72 kills on with just 35 deaths.
5 seconds remaining.
2.06 KD, 5 MVPs, 3 attacking MVPs, 6 defensive MVPs. Mad Dog does have him beat in the MVP department, so there is that in terms of game MVPs, of course. But I mean, the top 3 we're seeing this league statistically, KD-wise, I don't think anyone touches them. Like, it's those 3 and a gap. Breaking the hatch, I see this used a lot if you're trying to rush quickly, and it looks like they're switching up the pace very heavily, which I'm in favor of. blinded and downed. Vader 2K, and this
Making up for the little whiff there at the end, right there.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, it's another
This
thing.
is supposed to be a close series. I mean, we've still got potentially 2 more games, but this is not what I expected from Filled Up, who's looked so good the last 2 or 3 weeks.
I definitely think the change of pace there was needed, but the arrogance with the Fenrir, I mean, like, you can't see and you're still swinging them, gets a little bit to the point where, like, yeah, you need to do something different, but is this really the best way to go about it? I mean,
I'd anticipate Snake gets banned and Fenrir gets banned the next map instantly.
yeah, that would be probably in their best interest.
And quite
The
frankly,
Ram
if
ban over the Snake was kind of questionable for me,
yeah,
but
no, I get that, I guess, but I mean, if you'd have done your homework, you would have known round 1 you want to get rid of certain guys. It's not that hard to go back and be like, okay, he played this, he played that, he played this, and that's just about all he played. And you don't even got to go through the whole season; just go with the last 4 weeks, really. Vader reinforcing the hatch above A site, piano.
which I have not seen Kidney nor Vader play Mira. I know that's a very base ban for regular ranked, but I'm not for sure this was the best ban for this team as well. It might have actually caused them a lot of problems without, because the castle, for one, it's always a big ban when it comes to these tournaments. So might have been a missed opportunity, and they might not be able to make it up if they lose this round.
Heavy reinforcements coming out from Vader. I mean, he's playing the site so well. I mean, we know him as an aggressive roamer. If you look at Season 1, it was largely Cav and roaming and just being super aggressive. Hard breaches coming out. Oh, that actually destroys half of his utility there. But Yogurt gets the wall open anyway. Still a mantleable surface, which, once again, we talked about, I don't love. But this is going to... Oh, fuse! Ooh, big damage coming out from Vader. But now he's on the roam. And that's not something he's exactly not used to. I'd be more worried about if they realize Ken's died, they have an advantage. But Vader on the roam is really worse for him, in my opinion. I mean, he's going to get this fuse. There he goes. But
They trade there.
yeah. The hockey pucks. Oh, and they're planting. Raccoon's in sight, planting. Realize Vader's upstairs. Vader's booking it into sight. Rips a wall down. That's going to make a lot of noise.
Yeah, he most likely knows what side of the side he's on, too, so this
He thinks
is going to come down to an good old-fashioned gunfight, I believe.
Vader in the clutch to take game 1. Map he picked. Gets the kill! We're going to game 2, where the slow rollers may just be able to make this a quick 2-game sweep in a 3-game series.
And I mean, that 11-2 right there is why we say that Vader is a contender, best in the tournament. I mean, not many people, even if they're good, can go up against a solid team like Filled Up and go 11-2.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's the map. I'm unsure, but
I guess that's what we'll see from the second game.
Sheesh.
Yeah. 7-2 to start out. The best of 3 is definitely going to be very bad, especially losing 7 rounds in a row. It's going to hurt their momentum a lot. But if they can get over that, well, who knows?
All right, let's see. Next map is Bank, and we need... Oh, they've already done it, I think. Yeah, because, well, they didn't need to switch, actually, because Vader and Ken chose to attack first. So we're all ready. I'm just going to send a text message to everyone. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back very shortly. Water, if you're getting a snack or a drink, I'd suggest to do it now. And for the folks out there as well. Bathroom break, drink, food, grab it. Hopefully this game's a little bit closer. But Bank, I will say, Vader loves himself some Bank. We'll be right back, folks. Alright, folks, I am back and unplugging my heater. Sorry for the background noise you guys may have heard in the first game. However, it is important. I take a deep breath because I am out of breath after running up and down the stairs like 5 times. So give me just one moment. Alright, now I'm officially back. Okay, so Bank is a map that Vader loves very much. I don't know if he's played it in a 2v2 sitting, so let's just go back. Round 7, he played Emerald. Round 6 was Oregon. 5, Consulate. That was the game versus Filled Up. 4, they played on Outback. 3, they played Oregon. Then they played Chile round 2 and Border round 1. But if you've been here a while, you would know Bank was a map that was getting banned first round versus this team because Vader was that good on it. So maybe there's some rust there. I would be surprised to see if Ken was any good, to be honest, just because I don't think he's played it all too much. But other than that, I think this should be another Vader and Dirty Chewbacca show. Sorry for the extended break, folks. We've got a lot of players doing it as whatever they need to do.
Alright, I believe everybody is ready.
We have any word on Chewbacca and Raccoon?
Yes, they said they're waiting on us, apparently. Without telling us, they're waiting on us.
Alright, well, what's a group chat for, folks? Apparently nothing. Anyway, game 2 starts now. As I crack open a nice, cold energy drink. I can't drink, folks, not yet. But why would I?
That hasn't stopped anybody else we play with.
Well, does that matter? I have my own my own set of morals. Other people can do what other people want to do.
I have heard word though that Filled Up did not know that we were playing Snake, and that is why they did not ban them.
Hmm.
But what's a
That's
group chat
unfortunate,
for?
but I believe when Snake came out, if anyone was watching, I did say, and there was a message put out to all of the people in the group chat, that Snake was unplayable until he became playable for everyone else. So once that timer came out and everyone in Siege could buy him, Snake was allowed to be played. He's been played for about 2 weeks now, and by 2 weeks I mean 2 rounds. So that's a lack of paying attention, unfortunately. I wish there were better ways to control it. You don't want to see that, you know, but if you're not paying attention, you're not paying attention.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs. Bomb located by attackers.
Anyway, I don't know if you were here for it, but I do recall this map being rather good for Vader in the past.
From my personal
10 seconds
experience, if I was to avoid one map to play against Vader on, this would be
5
that
seconds
map.
to insertion.
I'm
If
curious
there
as
was
to why it
any
was
map you would
chosen.
call home, it would be this map.
I'm more Maru off the line. Up he goes. Ooh. Scary hours, and he did a whole bunch of damage to that fire extinguisher, but nothing else. So close to working, but I feel like that was an ego and confidence thing, feeling like, yeah, we own these guys now, and I wouldn't get so cocky just yet.
I believe it's also the confidence that just comes with him being on this map.
Yeah.
Even if he didn't show it right there,
I think he
his
had to do
coming
that.
rounds will be very difficult for
He
them.
had to do that. He had to show everyone something he loves and hates so much, which is people going through that window. Mozzie steals the drone. Beautiful placement. I feel like we're going through these. Oh, we've gone through all of the scans, but we've gone through so many so quickly. There's still a minute 40 seconds left in the round, and we're already out.
And they're droning him. What a turn of events we have here. It seems like there's not much he's going to be able to
C4 play,
do
maybe?
here.
Is that big enough?
Target detected.
There we go. Drone finally gets destroyed. Ken isn't exactly known for his gun steal, and this whole goes both ways, I guess, as both people are trying to throw stuff through him. Here comes the C4. Doesn't get the kill.
I just don't believe there's enough time here for Kidney to make anything happen.
He doesn't move very quick. There he goes. Round one taken by Filled Up. Chewbacca strikes first.
And we do see Chewbacca back on the DMR. Very good for him. That may help them a lot here. He doesn't have the Aruni, but go anybody that'll help him with the DMR.
Yeah, we didn't speak much on the bans. Mira just, kind of just, you just do it. I think it's just, like, not even out of habit. It's just, like, you have to. Like, it's just a mandate. Siege rules,
This is
you
just
ban
me.
Mira first.
This is my backbone of Siege. I will not ban Mira. Vader hates me for it. I refuse to ban Mira in anything I do. Now, I don't think having Mira as a default in the 2v2 is a great thing. Now, I mean, and I play with these guys a lot. Nah, out of all four of these people, none of them are like a Mira person, so I don't understand it. It doesn't make
Attackers need
sense.
to locate and
Even
defuse
like
as many
if
bombs
they
as they
did
can.
use it, I mean, with it just being 2 people, go somewhere else. I mean, I don't see it as a good ban here. It's kind of a wasted opportunity.
I kind of agree with you there. I mean, none of these guys are Mira players traditionally, but all I will say is, if you leave Mira available, someone will inevitably play her. And that is not when you're playing a team is not when that team wants, or not when you want that team to find out that they actually really like Mira. Would be my only argument is they may not have Mira players, but they could find one.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
That is
They
true.
could very easily find one.
It has been
very
a lot
quickly.
harder for people to know whether they are good with Mirror or not, considering just the usage rate with all the bans. So
Yeah.
maybe people that aren't good with Mirror just don't even know it yet.
Yeah, you think, like, for example, Ken. You think he's touched Mira? You think he's seen a round of Siege? I mean, I understand you got to go through like casual and whatnot, but you think he's really even seen Mira at all? I don't think so.
Yeah, that is another thing, knowing like how to attack it. And also like he may not even know what can and can't break it.
Oh, they don't know Vader's in B side already. No diffuser for him. No rotate, curiously enough. But he's in there.
Yeah, with these 2 ops that are going, they don't really have a lot of options for making rotates. There's nothing between any of the sites.
Chewbacca on a potential flank. Vader seems to be looking at it though. Chewbacca doesn't know Vader's in there. I should have that be known. But he would be in the spot where a flank would come from. I think he's going to get decked here very shortly. The second his confidence or patience breeds too low. Here comes the swing, and, well, that's about how we all expected that to go. Raccoon. Last one
I will
left.
say, Vader is at a slight disadvantage with the fact that Kidney Ken is stuck in garage, but that could easily change.
He's through. He's through. Flash goes out, blinds Raccoon. Be a clutch play of the year. Oh, what a whiff. Good kill from Ken. Good kill. Got the diffuser down, got the kill. That is, oh, brother.
That's not the way you want to see a round in right there.
Oh, man, we should be talking about 2-0. Revenge have filled up. They're getting their game. They're getting their lick back. And, yeah, oof, that's... Ooh, you gotta win your defensive rounds.
You don't want to be losing a round or losing a gunfight to Kidney Ken when his back's turned to you. Like, that's a confidence killer right there.
I mean, the only saving grace right now, and I know we're dunking on the team. They lost one game pretty unfavorably, and they don't look great to start this. But some good... Oh, Vader's going blitz. That can't be right. What are we doing? What are we doing?
He may just be doing it to bait the ban, because I do believe the next round is the ban, and he doesn't want his operator to get banned. It is a little bit of a strat I do in my games, but with the blitz, I don't know. That's kind of like a big fake. 'Cause he doesn't play blitz a lot, but who knows? Maybe it'll be so one-sided with the blitz that they'll just have no choice.
Not reinforcements. No rotates made yet. No real capacity to make them.
Combo here may come in handy dealing with the blitz.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh no, Hobana now.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Does Legion still have impacts? Or am I crazy? I believe he...
I don't know. Don't play Legion enough to know.
Fair. Well, if he does, then that may have been a mistake from them, because once again, this is a round of basement where they do not have any rotatability between sites. They have to go the long way for everything, and that can be very difficult for, like, if they get one site.
It's not great at all.
It's really poor team planning, if I'm being honest. I mean, the characters themselves,
We saw this
they're
early.
comfortable with, but...
Yeah. We saw this really early in the season. Yeah, he's got a pistol. Is that an impact? Nope. I thought I was looking at him through the wall. I thought maybe he had an impact. Nope, just another soup can.
No, he has a bulletproof camera that he hasn't even placed.
Oh, brother. But we saw this really early in the season with a lot of teams. No reinforcements, no rotates. And it's just... Ooh, I'm really happy we're thinking about expanding to 3 people, because I feel like we'll see more CG-ness out of everything.
Yeah, a lot of the 2v2s do come down to who is better in a gunfight. There is a little bit of planning, and I think like having that foresight does help out a lot. Because right here, Vader being able to get all the hatches with a bomb all by himself, they could have gone to Cade, because Cade was not banned, and Cade would have gave them rotatability. Plus, I believe at least one of these people, I believe Yogurt is proficient with Cade.
This is very...
So...
I don't know if you're looking at Chewbacca, but this is a very interesting thing we're seeing. Okay, I think they're both backing off, or at least Chewbacca is, but that was very... Ugh. That was sketchy from on both parties.
Yeah, peeking that hatch, waiting for the drop while exposing your feet. I wonder if he even knows that he's there. He did open all of them at once, so it is hard to tell.
Well, he's gonna know now. The shot, flashbang comes out, he drops, there's another goo mine, and he crosses. He crosses for free. Raccoon's gonna have to come over on the back end. I think they're gonna try and pinch him. Meanwhile, Kidney
right
Ken is unaccounted for. No one knows where he is at all, I'm pretty sure. Chewbacca's looking his way, though. Determined to not be flanked, but he keeps looking back and forth. Yogurt doesn't have a rotate, so there's no way he can help. Here's the Thorn Trap go off. Focuses Vader anyway, and now it's up to Kidney Ken. That was really good patience and just a tiny bit of luck from Chewbacca. And they have Diffuser as well, which is something we didn't note. Gunfight finally goes out. Yogurt's going to help, and Chewbacca gets a 2K.
Vader playing this round as slow as he did is what caused him, is what gave it to him. Like Vader is way better in high pressure situations, so him giving himself a lot of the time, and then, which I guess putting himself in a last second is kind of high pressured, but normally he's more very upfront before they get set up. Now there wasn't much they did to set up anyway, so there was kind of nothing he could have done.
Yeah, the biggest issue there is there was no rotates, so once he got in there, he was relatively safe. Now he can't get to either of the sites without going through somebody, but the thing is, he doesn't have to go through both of them at the same time. And I don't know about you, but when I'm facing someone with a 1.3 KD on attack, odds are I lose that gunfight. Especially when he's got a 1.59 overall and a 2.0 on defense. You give him a favorable situation, he's pretty darn good. So a one-on-one is not a difficult task for Vader. Now he got punked there a little bit, but it's going to happen. Everyone's going to get punked. It's Siege, just so it happens.
I believe the better play for him there would have been focusing on getting his teammate out of garage, mostly going for the other site. If they would have got Yogurt there, he might have had a favorable gunfight, and it would have trapped Chewbacca over there, because he could not have gone through site. He would have either had to go through vault or go through the hallway. And, he probably didn't know the setup, where everybody was. It's also a lack of droning, but
I don't like pushing. It's not that I don't like pushing through garage, it's that I don't like Ken pushing through garage, if that makes sense. I feel like that's one of the situations where you're separating.
He could have provided a more support role. He kind of just got there, let himself be known that he was there, and then sat there. He didn't give any intel, didn't provide any cover.
Yeah, what I will say is, if you're going to have someone support off of garage, don't give them diffuser. Potentially, I don't want to. Oh, that was a person, a real person, a Yana. Just gonna cross the window. Vader getting a lion skin. Now he's gonna swing, sees the body, but can't get the kill. It's too many tight angles there. Raccoon comes out ahead. Oh. Good pre-fires there from Raccoon. Very solid to start this round. I'm curious. I really hope he doesn't overextend himself here, though.
This window is also most likely his only point of entry. He has no way to break a castle other than punching it, which would give him time to react
So
to it.
much time and
So he's
noise.
kind of stuck.
I think Raccoon doesn't know what to do with himself right now because his teammate's holding his window. It's not a DMR from Chewbacca. I'm kind of surprised. Oh, once again, Ken crosses slight damage, but does not die.
I believe Ken is dead to a Legion mine at this point, so this is almost a guaranteed build-up win if they just
Yeah.
let him come in.
They're looking much better. Oh my goodness. Oh, Ken saw him. Ken saw him. Oof. Another good angle there, though. You did see him second, but another good angle. This has looked much more of what I was expecting. We'll see how slow rollers respond defensively. And we'll see if maybe we get a vintage Death Vader Cav pick. I'm curious. I don't know if he's
Now, this is
matured
a little
beyond that point,
underwhelming,
or...
considering how much I may have glazed Vader going into this map, but I am looking at it as that he is still on attack. He's better on defense, and it's a lot easier on defense as well. So,
You need
once again, it's
one
another one of
more
those
win out of
things.
these two
Defenders
rounds,
protect
and there's
the
still a
bomb
way to
being
come out of
defused by
this
attackers.
tied going into defense. But no, Filled Up has responded after trading the first two rounds very well. I will say, Vader throwing away the first round of the game. Well, he didn't throw it away. It would have worked out, I feel like. Unfortunately,
Attackers have
nothing
located
but
a bomb.
fire extinguisher on your shotgun blast will kind of screw you there. And the gunfights were a little far range. I don't even know if he would have really gotten a kill, but he would have done a good chunk of damage. But round
10
one,
seconds to
I
insertion.
just don't like Amaru into sight
5
a
seconds
lot.
left.
You know, that's a bold move. It's a desperation
say,
move, and
if you are to
you're
do
on
it-
desperate.
Defuse a bomb.
You
You're
shouldn't
gonna
be the
do it. The
desperate
first
team.
round is the round.
Yeah, that or the last round. And it's just like, screw it. And what I really mean is like you're down 7, or it's like 4-1, or like 6-1 match point, and you're just like, screw it. In they go. Valve's getting opened. They do have denial, but it doesn't appear as though they're going to be able to get wall denial quick enough, and they aren't. Smokes. Ooh, that is scary close.
not in
Raccoon
the
should have a free
smoke.
kill, yeah.
Yeah.
Big mistake. That second smoke just didn't go where it should have. Ken, big mistake there. Okay, Vader gets the kill through the smoke. DMR on what is technically a sniper rifle, but I think I'd prefer Chewbacca's gun over Vader's. Oh my goodness. How is Chewbacca not dead? No smokes left for Vader. Droning him out now. Gonna get shot. And he's in. Oh man, tense situation here. I feel like they need to win faking the plant, presumably. Oh, missed Tubero. He's gonna get the plant off. Oh my goodness. C4? No. Decides not to use it. He's gonna go out the rotate and all the way down the stairs. I think I preferred the first angle from Vader more. No bother peeking it. Down he goes. Vader secures the second round win that they needed. Man, that is such a important win for them.
The surprise Glass play.
It definitely got a kill.
Expected the Glass to be ping.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I don't think there was any reason to believe they had a glass up until that point.
No, I mean there was no way they could have known he was going Glass, but I mean. Just being able to play diverse characters It'll help you out a lot.
Yeah, he's being forced to because he can't play Snake anymore. I mean, I feel like all three of the bans you see there, you've got Snake. Who plays Snake on their team? Vader. You got Dokkaebi. Who plays Dokkaebi?
Attackers need to
Vader. You got
locate
Ram.
and defuse
Who plays
bombs.
Ram? Vader. I mean, and it's an easy choice. I mean, you're not target banning anyone else other than Vader. It's just that simple.
I will say with the target bans on Vader though, it does give Kidney Ken a lot
Attackers have
more
located
support
a bomb.
options. Other than the
So
Dokkaebi,
many.
of course, but
Yeah.
he wouldn't have went Dokkaebi if it was available, because Vader would have went Dokkaebi. But Kidney Ken has a lot of options when it comes to helping out Vader, so that will be a big picture. I mean, just going whoever he needs him to go.
10 seconds to insertion.
We do have the switch to the Maverick here, and the switch to the Zero.
5 seconds left
They
before
must have
insertion.
something in their mind that they want to do, so...
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Now, we've seen Zero before on this map. I love Zero on this map. In my opinion, it makes him so much more useful. The amount of cameras you can place in spots where the defenders will have, none the wiser. And that isn't one of them. I don't know if I really like the operator choices. I'm
trying to understand what they were going for with this. If they were going to go for the window play, the Grim probably would have been more beneficial, but switching on to the Maverick and then pushing the window, I wonder if he was going for an easy kill.
Yeah, Maverick the window, it breaks more silently, and then you can get a kill maybe, but...
Deploying the drone.
I mean, you could shoot the Cade Claws with the Zero camera. Not that you really need to with Maverick. But maybe
They
it's
also
just
don't have a lot.
presumed,
They don't have a lot
they're going to
of
go Cade or some sort
soft
of
wall
electrification.
breach
Yeah.
with these characters. So if they're not going through doorways, there's really not a lot of options for them.
I mean, Ken's got 2 hard breach charges, but...
Ken
Alright,
also
now,
hasn't entered the building.
That is one of the requirements typically for using a hard breach charge is entering the building. He keeps shooting his camera in the same window and it keeps getting shot, which I'm not a huge fan of, but... I think, did he
Is
shoot
that
another one?
The third camera. On the
Yeah.
immediate I wonder if he's just doing it to confirm a location, but he's not even able to switch the cameras around in time to be able to tell Vader where they still are.
I'll tell you what, okay? Oh, is Vader in? He's in! With the fuser. Oh, wow, that is unfortunate. The fuser's going down. He has no one to hold him, though. They're looking in the wrong spot, though. That C4 goes to the wrong spot. It's not going to get a kill. Vader gets it down. Your Raccoon Yogurt's the only one left. Gets the flank. He might have time to defuse if he goes quickly. No, because there's the rotate hole. Revive your teammate, mayhaps? No. He's going to go straight for the defuse, knowing Ken's likely out of sight. Oh, good back off there from Ken. That was really good there. Revived his teammate. Yeah. Good pre-fire from Raccoon and a very important round to take a 2-round lead, especially with an elite defender like Vader, who gets his very coveted defense.
Well played by Filled Up right there. Very slow. The res there at the end was definitely the better call.
If
so
it
that way
weren't
they
for
had
that
some
prox
cover.
alarm,
Yeah,
would have
that
been
was
devastating. Massive prox alarm.
Small
Ken
things like
Ken
that,
did
you
play it
never
pretty
thought.
well. He could have. Oh no.
Okay. Do you have the option to pause?
I believe the teams do have an option to. Oh, there it is. This is.
All right, technical difficulties.
This
I'm
always
gonna try to get
happens.
some
So
information.
this always happens in the playoffs. I mean, there was roughly a hour delay in the championship game, I believe, because a match crashed. this isn't a series that's necessarily prone to issues like this, but it's not the
All right,
first and probably won't be the
so
last.
Chewbacca's game did crash. Um, I don't think you can rejoin a custom game halfway through.
I can
So
reset
if
it
it
pretty
does let
much. I
him
mean,
join,
thank
yeah, if it does
goodness.
let him join, then he can.
Thank goodness it happened in between rounds. Let's just say that
Yeah.
because
So
it's not, no one was in a favorable position or anything. It's just we are at 2-4, perfect halfway point. I just gotta set everything up properly, and we'll be all set there. Not a huge issue. We'll see if he can rejoin or not. I have no idea. I feel like you can.
uh,
I'm pretty sure you can.
I think what's even funnier is my game may have just crashed as well.
Oh, well, mine's still alive, so we'll man, we'll see how this goes. We'll see.
Okay, I think the best thing we can do is just restart the game and then have them get back to 2-4, same bands. Like they could just kill themselves until we get back to 2-4. Very scuffed, but it will work.
Oh, Chewbacca's back in. So
Is he
Water, if
back
you can
in?
get, yeah, he is back in. So if you can get
Okay.
back in, we'll be a-okay. I'm very glad we got the pause button. If it weren't for the pause button, we'd be royally screwed. All right, well, Water's muted. Gauge is reportedly not loading in,
Okay,
which
yes. I'm joining back in now. He says
mhm.
that his game is not loading in.
I'm wondering if I unpause it, if that would change anything. So let me know when you're back in, and I will hit resume timer.
Yeah, I'm just in a loading screen right now. It says joining game. This may just take forever. But what I'm worried about is it's not going to put me back as spectating.
Ah, true. True. On pause and see what happens.
Okay, I am here, but
Hmm.
it is letting me ban an operator.
Which is funny because
Um,
you aren't on either
it
team.
doesn't say I'm on a team though, so I don't know who I'm banning for.
I'm kind of curious to see. Okay, I've got it down to 1 second.
I
Um,
could request a timeout as well, so I guess
uh,
now if I need to pause, I can.
I'm asking how things are looking. I don't know if that means that Chewbacca has loaded in or what. Oh man. So you can ban an operator, you can request a timeout like a player can, but you're not on either team. This is one of the more unique things I've.
Okay, we are good and we are ready to start.
Chewbacca's good.
Yes.
All right. So let's see what the shenanigans are with you. I'm hoping. I'm hoping. Small technical issues. What are you seeing now, Water? I gotta know.
Okay, I am being treated as a player that is on a third team right now. I cannot pick where I want to spawn. I cannot pick what side I want to defend. I am a
I
completely
got.
neutral entity right now.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh
But I
man.
am
This
on
is.
Vader's team, allegedly. I could see their operators, and I'm treated as if I'm on their team.
This is.
Alright, this is really funny.
This is skeptic. Good thing it doesn't really affect anything. Even if you were to spawn in on their team, you could just, pull the plug on yourself and
Yeah,
call it a round.
but it's like, I mean, the leaderboard doesn't show me, but I'm like seeing, it feels like I'm seeing through their eyes right now.
Hmm.
I can live with it. It'll be okay. As
It
long
might
as
make the spectating experience a
important
little
people
easier.
are here.
Yeah, everyone's here. Everything's
Oh.
working. You're just gonna give me the special reports on what Vader and Ken are
I was
doing.
about to say,
That's
I
all.
may only be spectating them, but
If you're going to only spectate someone, well, Vader's not too bad of an option. Why are we not loading? Is the other question. Because we've been here for a hot second.
the life of a tournament.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I was just talking to Vader before all this, and I was like, man, I sure hope everything goes smoothly. And I mostly meant that I didn't mess up any of the settings, but uh,
Did it start?
we're looking at a gray screen, which I'd imagine means it's starting.
Okay, they were saying it was my fault.
Attackers need to
All
locate
right.
and defuse as many bombs as they can.
We're back. Vader, after a brief timeout, um, Vader's going vigil. Ken is castle.
Attackers have
Raccoon is
discovered the
currently
location of a bomb.
using Iana, and Chewbacca is going Cali at the moment. We'll see how things go. Very common first choice of site. Not too much to gawk at here, other than the creation of rotates. I mean, I guess the main issue was basement.
10 seconds remaining.
Castle's seeing a lot of usage right now.
5 seconds
Both
remaining.
Raccoon and Chewbacca swap. Oh, never mind. Chewbacca decided against. Anyway, Raccoon goes from Iana to Ace. Looks like they're going hard breach. No electrification to be noted, but doing it anyway. Oh, they're going up to Skylight right now. Oh, what a kill from Vader!
Swapping mags.
What a frag, an opening pick, caught off guard, gets the kill anyway. That SMG-12 in Vader's hands is very dangerous. I know it looks squirrely, but he always finds a way to get the kill with it. I don't know how. Vader's been spotted. See what Chewbacca decides to do about it. He's quite the capable Cali player. And this long hallway is exactly what he needs to do what he loves, which is take heads. Vader not bothering to peek. This is a good hiding spot. But he might see that gun a little too soon. No, he won't! Vader, 2K, gets him their first defensive round. He starts the game 5-4. Ken, slow day at the office. And honestly, if you were to look at how things are going, I definitely tell you Filled Up has been better so far. team-wise, KD-wise, I mean round-wise as well. It's not like it's been anything too crazy.
Alright, so after some research, I think you have to re-invite me. If it doesn't let you, don't worry about it. I don't want to cause any problems.
Okay.
But you may just have to wait till the next game. What's the score? Is it 3-4?
It is 3-4. Vader had
Okay.
a 2K, and I'm sure everyone's going to peek at my... Oh no, what happened? Connection to game server is lost. Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, love this. I'm going to pause the stream. I'll be right back when all of this is sorted. I'm so sorry, folks.